Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Lions Den at CCBC Dundalk. It is game number 2 of our doubleheader to kick off the end of the season festivities. The College of Southern Maryland Hawks punched their ticket to Saturday's championship game. Who will they be facing? It is either going to be the CCBC Essex Knights or the Howard Community College Dragons. Game number 1 was the 2-3 matchup. This one, the 1-4. The Knights earning the right to have that number 1 next to their name. 11-5 in the regular season. The Knights were. The Dragons 5-10-1. But they really turned their season around after beginning the year on a 5-game losing streak. So for the Dragons, they're playing with some momentum that they built in the late stages of the season. The Knights, well, they're playing with some momentum that they've been building all season long. And how will that fare for them as we are getting ready to start the first 45? The Dragons begin with possession. And you got to think the strategy, at least to start here for the Dragons, is to keep this game scoreless for as long as possible. They do not want to get into a shootout against this Knights team. The Knights, of course, looking for goals early and often, but then again, who isn't? Quick offensive opportunity, ball bouncing around in towards the box, and that one towards the side of the net. Missed opportunity, but not out of the danger zone just yet. It's a corner kick. First of the game coming in the first minute of the game. Corner, far sideline. Opportunity knocking on the door early here for the Knights. Can they answer? Hands up, ball follows. Not the best of strikes, but there's a chance. Puts it back in, and oh, that one's off the field goal post. That'll be out of bounds. And my, oh my, that looked very similar to a spectacular goal we saw in game number 1. Close, but no cigar, as my dad would say. But kids at home, smoking's bad for you. Okay. Dragons up the near sideline. There's a little bit of a gift. Knights went for the big clear, just missed it. Possession arrow switches towards the Knights, though. What could have been moment for the Dragons? Talked about one of the keys for the Dragons, keeping this game scoreless as long as possible. They don't want to get into a shootout with this Knights team. Top 20 team in terms of goals scored in the nation at this level. They don't want to get into a shootout, but they also, oh, and that's up the arm, accidental. A couple of Catamounts fans may be filing out who were asking themselves, where was that in game number 1? Sorry to spill a little vinegar in that open wound. Abby Meadows with a kick almost 15 yards into the offensive zone for the Knights. Back to my original point, I was trying to make Dragons outside of keeping this game. Oh my goodness, what a touch on both sides. Meadows with an amazing strike. And then the teammate on the other side got a hip on it or something. What could have been moment, almost spectacular. Dragons need to figure out a way to play with possession. That's the point I was trying to make before this game got kicked into another gear. Dragons unable to play with possession after the miss there. Oh, what a move! And offsides was the call. Matters none. The effort, but man, was it spectacular on both sides. Wilson got a body on it, or Willis, excuse me, got a body on it, played it in towards space, and then the goalie with a tremendous effort. Effort gets you mighty far in life, and a great effort on display from both teams there. Goalie had to get right back on that high horse, this time on the through ball. Knights have established some momentum for themselves in this first 5 minutes. Will it lead to the game's first goal? Ball's on that far sideline in. Willis, one touch towards space, another. And that one rolls safely in towards the goal. Knights finished the season on a 5-game winning streak, including going undefeated during the month of October. And that, of course, is on top of the 7-3 month of September that they had. That included a 3-game winning streak there as well. So the Knights really playing with a lot of momentum, and it's on display here in the early stages of this first half. The Dragons regrouping, making a nice effort there with the heel flick on the far sideline. Some notable stats on this Knights team: ranked 6th in the nation in shots with 331, ranked 10th in the nation in shots per game with 20.7. We'll put that on hold for a second as the Dragons clear that out with not even a second to spare. Afternoon has turned to evening here at the Lions Den. The lights are on, and it's a beautiful sight. Got to come check out a game here at the Lions Den sometime this weekend. We've got men's action tomorrow, and then men's and women's action on Saturday, Championship Saturday. See, the good people here who play in this tournament, they were thinking about you at home. We got games on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and you got football Sunday free. I mean, we're thinking about you here. Which is why I got to say, you got to come to a game here at the Lions Den. Check out the soccer action before it comes to an end, as we've got a couple of teams here this weekend whose seasons are going to come to an end here this weekend. We've got some players out on the field whose collegiate careers are going to come to an end this weekend. Not the glamorous part of the weekend, but it's the reality of playing at this level. So that's why I encourage you to come out to a game, because you're going to see some great action on the field, because you're going to see some players laying it all out on the field, as we're seeing already here in this one, as the Dragons and Knights exchanging some physicality here. Nice move towards space, and a better regroup defensively, making it difficult. Dragons maybe finding their footing offensively. We've played almost 10 minutes here in the first half. Here's the cross. Good cross. Need one more, and that one more didn't come. Instead, the Knights cleared it all the way onto the other side of the field, and they're going to make the Dragons do it again. Through ball, don't have numbers, don't have space, and don't have possession either. Dragons taking over. Far sideline. Throw in. Dragons have watched the Knights put 2 good opportunities on goal, but they're still playing to a scoreless game right now. So this is a picture-perfect start for the Howard Community College Dragons, who are looking to pull off the upset against the #1 ranked CCBC Essex Knights team. Grace, couple of moves around one defender. Now the pass up to Willis, turning on the Jets, the cross, and it won't come, but it'll be another corner kick for the Knights. The last one was quality, but nothing came at the end of it. That doesn't matter much now, though, as we see an injury on the field. The X is thrown up. We're going to take a timeout with the two teams as the trainer comes out onto the field. We are still scoreless here in the first half of game number 2. Who will the College of Southern Maryland Hawks be facing on Championship Saturday? You're going to have to stick around with me and find out. Nothing happening on that corner kick, same as the first. Throw in. Knights looking to play to possession. Have something open up. A lot of jerseys for both teams on that far sideline. As the Knights working overtime to find space. Finding it and then losing it, but being rewarded with the game's third corner. Ball's in the air. Good quality strike. And somebody got a head on it. Not sure what color jersey they were wearing. A lot of action there in towards the middle of the box. And, ooh, missed touch. A gift, though, maybe. And it took a lucky bounce for the Knights until it didn't, as that ball was rolling around in the box. What could have been moment. 10 minutes into the first half. Both teams still searching for the game's first goal. It won't come there or there. Still trying. What an effort. All for none. A lot of action in this side of the field. Dragons found their footing offensively for a moment, but then almost immediately lost it. Can they find it again here? Oh, what a ball. And what a job of sticking with it for this Dragons defense. Recovered, made the play just in the nick of time. Good ball, believed by Staubitz. Played it with the head over towards space. Knights have definitely established the momentum here in this first 10 minutes. What does that matter, though, with the game still scoreless? Dragons still right there. Upset hopes very much still alive. Change of possession here as the Dragons will look to take advantage of this stoppage. Maybe I gave him the old broadcaster's jinx. Had that free kick 5 yards in front, or behind, I should say, of the midfield line, and there was just nothing happening there for Howard. Nothing happening there for the Knights as the cannonball is caught cleanly. Got it over the defense's head, but not the goalie's. So we'll play scoreless a little bit longer. How much longer? You got to think the Knights are getting closer and closer to breaking through with the game's first goal. Willis turning, shooting. What an effort. All for none, though, once again. The effort has been spectacular for the Knights offense, but their offensive opportunities that have come at the end of that effort, maybe not so much. Haven't had that many really, really good looks at the goal where you're walking away, scratching your head, thinking, how did they not finish that? It's more just looks like we saw there from Willis. Good effort. A look, but nothing to write home about. And that's kind of been the song of this game through the first 15 minutes. Some chances, some good plays, but still maybe two teams feeling each other out a little bit. Of course, that could all change in a blink of an eye. One of these two teams finds the back of the net here in the next 30 minutes, and that is a good, clean catch on a bounce. Kantner sees the first action there. It was a quiet first 15 for the defense of the Knights, as that was really the first action. And that really should be no surprise, as the Knights rank 9th in the nation in shutouts this year with 8. Now, the shutout is a stat awarded to the goalie, of course, but I'm sure the goalie would also be on either team, on any team, would tell you that a shutout is very much a team effort. You know, you got to have a good day at the office, of course, but also everyone in front of you has got to do their part as well. Everyone out there doing their part so far as these two teams continuing to play to a scoreless first half. Looking to turn. Oh, nice move around one, then a second. And that third was one too many. Offsides. No argument on either side there. That one was a clear offsides. Tough break there as that ball came and found Willis. And what would have been a good scoring spot or chance. Oh, what a two-man game. Can they run it down? They cannot. A little bit too much mustard there. Right idea, wrong execution. Whew. What could have been? So that's the difference between the offensive chances we've seen from these two teams. The what could have been moments are coming at the end of shot chances for the Knights. The what could have been moments for the Dragons. Now they're not getting shots at the end of them. One team is just that much closer to breaking through. But of course, with this game still scoreless, that matters very little. Yeah, the Dragons haven't had a chance yet, but they could make do or make good on their first chance, and then they're in front. That's why I said earlier when we first started this game, the longer this game goes scoreless, the better the chances for the Howard Dragons to pull off the upset victory. Through ball on the far sideline, now looking for the cross. Meadows is there. Clears it out for a moment. Still very much in the danger zone. And that one, nothing happening. Wonder what the communication is between Meadows and Cantner there. As Regan kind of seemed like she stepped forward thinking that she was maybe going to catch it with the mitts. Instead, Meadows came in, played it off. Maybe a communication breakdown. Matters very little, though. They made the save. 20 minutes into this first half. The Dragons maybe establishing a little momentum. They've certainly stolen a little momentum from the Knights, but what will they do with it? Oh, through ball finds its way through, and my, oh my, what could have been? Knights not out of the danger zone once again. They'll have to steady the beating heart. Play to be made. Corner kick, it's good. White jersey got a head on it. Dragons send it right back. Big kick, and what a save! Oh my goodness! Punched it over the bar. What a save! And she may have to do it again. Corner kick, ball's in the air, and oh, it's bouncing around. The net's open. And the Knights finally find that clear. What great goalie play. And you see the hands on the head afterwards from the freshman goalie. Regan Cantner first with the punch over the top post, and then on the corner kick, got a hand on it initially. I'm sure probably thinking, gonna punch it outside of the box. Maybe didn't get all the hand on it that she wanted, but 2 saves, and the shutout still very much alive. Wow, what a moment there for both teams. The offense for the Dragons finally coming alive, and the defense for the Knights answering the first test of the game. And the Dragons find some more momentum here. Get another look at the goal. And what a tackle! Michaela Phillips. I think she realized that the angle was all there for the Dragons. Went in for the tackle. I was going to say, I didn't think that was a whistle on the tackle. I thought that was going to be a throw-in, and indeed it is. Phillips went in hard but got all ball. Clean tackle. Oh, and what a tough break there for the Dragons. Really a momentum-killing tackle there from number 11, Michaela Phillips. It's a little fight for the ball at the midfield. The Knights coming out on top of it now. Oh, smashing the O button, but no one to pass it to afterwards. If style points counted for anything. Oh my, what a move! Now the pass. The shake and bake brought me out of my seat, but it didn't lead to anything. The Dragons still beating on the drum, though. And these two teams have really come alive here in the late stages of this first half. I told you, everything's on the line. You've got, oh, what a tackle! And too much leg, says the umpire. Back to my original point that I made when we first started. When you get to this point of the season, you've got a bunch of players out there who are playing to keep not only their season alive, but maybe their playing careers alive. You've got some sophomores out there on the field who may possibly be playing in their final collegiate game. These games matter. All the marbles. You got players out there on the field laying it all out. And we've seen that in the early part of this first half. What a game this is starting to be. We've got a great crowd in the Lions' Den supporting both teams. And they're in for a doozy right now as we see some substitutions check into the game. The Dragons and the Knights, about the same size bench for both teams. 4 players on the bench unit for the Dragons, 5 for the Knights. Oh, there's a through ball. They've got numbers, they've got space, and they've still got possession, but no numbers or space now. A great recovery defensively by the Knights. Dragons working overtime, and nothing happening there. Meadows with the big clear. Sends it all the way onto the other side of the field. And that was exactly what the doctor ordered. Give the defense, midfield, and forwards a chance to regroup. And it has been kind of a tale of 2 10-minute halves, really, in this first half. The first 10 minutes was really kind of dominated by the Knights. This second 10 minutes maybe more dominated by the Dragons, but the flip side to both of those points is, what does that matter when it's still scoreless? 0-0 is still the score on the big board. Both of these teams just 1 goal away. Who will find that 1 goal first? Flag will keep possession with the Knights. They'll inch further up towards the midfield. Oh, Willis, big throw towards space. Nobody there to run towards it, though. Oh! What could have been moment on both sides. Dragons looking for the clear, not finding it. The Knights can't make the most of the mistake. Holding on to possession, though, as we approach the 15-minute mark of the first half. Evening is turning to night, and it is starting to get a little chilly out here in the Lions' Den. I don't know if that's the October sky or the action on the field, but things are heating up. A little scrum for the ball between those two teams. Went out of bounds, last touch by the Knights. Dragons with a throw. But nothing happening there, and that's a good through ball. Far sideline. They've got space but no numbers. Now no space. Wow, what a job of turning on the jets and getting in front of that ball and stonewalling that offensive effort. None shall pass. Wow. Thought for sure the Knights were going to get a look at the goal there. Instead, Dragons defense played catch up. Apparently they had a few seconds to spare. Hot Potato with possession. This game has turned into a defensive slugfest, a rock fight, so to speak. The Knights are well within their ability to play a rock fight. As Willis catches that chip ball, and it's a little bit too far out in front after the first touch, and that is a missed opportunity. But opportunity still knocking on the door for the Knights as they have another corner. But man, oh man, was that a missed chance as Willis caught that ball. It looked like cleanly for a second. Played it maybe just too far out in front. What could have been, what might still be. Corner kick, far sideline, ball's in the air. That's a good strike, and goalie got a hand on it, and it's cleared out initially. Phillips sends it right back, and the Knights are on the wrong side of the deflection once again. Now the quick transition, one pass, and that's all that is there on that outburst for the Dragons. Abby Meadows, right time, right place, steps up and makes the play. The Knights will have a chance to regroup. Through ball in towards Willis. Too many red jerseys cutting down the angle. And that will draw the whistle as we are now under 15 minutes to play in the first half. The action is really picking up here in the late stages of the first 45. Now, what does that say for the second 45? I think it says this is going to be a good one. Through ball on the far sideline, finds its way all the way through. And I think both these teams will take that as a happy accident, so to speak. Let's catch our breaths, take a deep breath, play good 13 minutes of soccer. Somebody maybe take a lead into halftime. Knights trying to be that team that takes a lead into halftime. Won't happen there, as that was a good defensive effort, not only to win possession, but then turn and dribble towards space, make the clear. You thought initially maybe easier, but that ball pressure from the Knights had other ideas. And this rock fight continues between these two teams. Oh. There was space on that far sideline. That was a big head ball. Now the Knights finally find that space. Is it a little bit too late? It is initially, but they still have possession. Oh, good strike. Off the post! Whoa! My goodness! Man, was that closer than anybody was expecting. Catch, shoot, woo! Just missed. Just over 10 minutes to play here in the first half, and we are still scoreless. Dragons looking for space, finding it for a moment, but all it is just a clear. But they'll take that. They won't take that. Offsides by just a hair. And man, oh man, I saw that pass initially, and I didn't want to speculate, but it looked close. Sideline judge, obviously, perfect position to make that call. And he was quick. That flag went up. Doesn't make it any easier if you're a Knights player, coach, or fan, that is, of course. Dragons looking to get right back on the merry-go-round. Their offense is maybe slowed down a little bit over the last 2-3 minutes. A look to switch fields. And that will draw the whistle. Samantha Grace had the legs taken out from underneath of her. Accidental, of course, but a foul nonetheless. Meadows, free kick about 14 yards into the defensive zone for the Knights. She's got a boot, and she puts it on display there. That's a good bounce. Grace, one touch, and that's all the Knights will get. You saw that just little bit of backspin on Meadows' kick there, held that ball up in the air, and gave the Knights a chance to run underneath of it. Samantha Grace got a body on it, but couldn't get a foot on it. Good effort, though, from the defense of the Dragons, making it difficult. Another what could have been moment. What a first half. And now it will be a throw-in for the Knights as that ball never went in bounds. Don't have to give him the same amount of space as you do on a free kick. We got to give him a little bit of space. Dragons need a clear, not finding it there. Phillips putting it right back in towards the box. That's dangerous, or at least it could have been. The Dragons saw what was developing, made the play, didn't leave it up to chance. And why would you? Under 10 minutes to play in the first half. The Dragons looking to pull off the upset. The 4-1 matchup. Game 2 of our doubleheader on this weekend of soccer extravaganza. 2 games on this Thursday, 2 games tomorrow on Friday, and then championship Saturday. You can catch all the action live on YouTube or live here at the Castle, or the Lions Den, excuse me. Slip like Freudian, first and last step to playing yourself like accordion. Michaela Phillips with the throw-in near sideline. Just over 5 minutes left to play in this first half. Knights. They've had the best looks at the goal, but what does that matter when it's a scoreless game? The Knights have had the best looks, but the Dragons still, just like the Knights, 1 look away from taking the game's first lead. Ball played in towards the midfield. Dragons looking for space, switching fields. Ooh, and no through ball. Cooler heads probably prevailed as they look to continue switching fields. Something, something, something. On second thought, maybe a whole lot of nothing. Possession arrow changes. And the Knights will look to do something. Quickly as I say that, possession arrow changes again. Hot potato first half continues. Yeah, I think the team that finds the goal first is going to really change the momentum in this game. And it could be a situation where the first goal is the first of many. It could be the one that gets the lid off the cookie jar, and then everybody starts going crazy. Late night cookie extravaganza. Willis lost footing just for a second, and that's a tough break. That was a really good pass until it wasn't. Missed opportunity, but still knocking on the door. Throw in. Deep in the offensive zone. One pass, one more. Oh, swing and a miss, and luckily the goalie was there to back up. Boys and girls at home, that's why you keep that head on a swivel, and all you baseball fans at home, that's why you back up the bag. Oh, Willis with a good through ball, and the whistle will go the other way. Wow. I was speechless there for a moment, as that looked like a sure thing until it wasn't. And that has been the theme of this first half. Good looks, what could have beens. A great game is underway here at the Lions Den. Under 5 minutes to play, and that's the offsides flag. That pesky offsides flag. Under 5 minutes to play, and we are still scoreless in the first 45. We get to halftime. I think you should call Grandma, tell her to check us out on YouTube. She is going to want to watch this one as an instant classic is underway here at the Lions Den. Playoff action is living up to the hype. Dragons, a couple of passes on the far sideline, looking for space. Now across. Only one player there, and oh my, what could have been? A great goalie play by Regan Kantner. Reagan. Got a hand on it, pushed it away out of the danger zone, and then got right back up on the high horse and made the play. And that's an offsides flag this time that goes against the Dragons. And the Knights take that as a happy coincidence. Oh, good aggressive play, not making it easy as the Dragons thought they had an easy clear. Nay, nay, says Staubitz. Going right up the backside. Nothing coming easy for either team today. Nice punt towards Willis. An easy catch, and it is looking more and more like we may take a scoreless game into halftime. The Knights trying to change that, though. Staubitz. Oh, off the field goal post. That's out of bounds. A great effort from Kylie Staubitz, about 4, maybe 5 yards outside of the box. But the theme of the first half continues. Close, but not so much. Oh, what a through ball, far sideline. Dragons don't have numbers, space, or possession after that. The Knights defense, right time, right place. There was an opening on that far sideline, but the middle of the field was never open, so there was no one to crash. Instead, the Knights were able to easily clear it out. And now under 60 seconds left to play in the first half. This could be the last hoorah for the Knights offense. Looking to turn. Nothing there. Stonewalled effort. Great tackles on both sides. Wow. And this rock fight continues, and what a better way to close out the first half than those two plays in succession. And that will be all she wrote for the first 45. The score at the end of the first half is 0-0. And we will be back right after this short break. And we are back here ready to start the second 45. And if it is anything like the first 45, well, it's going to be a good one. As we played to a scoreless first half, the 1-4 matchup here on semifinal Thursday is living up to the hype here. We had an amazing game in game number 1. Game number 2 developing into more of the same. It was a second half comeback effort that fell just short for the Catamounts in game number 1. Game number 2, maybe it'll be a second half comeback effort, but right now we got to find out who's going to take the game's first lead. Right in front of us is the second half's first corner kick. Near sideline, hands up, ball follows. Good strike in towards, oh, got a sweeping leg on it. And what a job just to get a leg on it from that spot in that position. But that is a tough shot to get a lot of accuracy on. That's a good momentum stealing and establishing play, though, for the Knights in this first 30 seconds of the second half. Could go a long way in maybe getting the Knights out into the game's first lead. That's then, this is now. Big throw in towards space. The pass, turn, shot, wrong side of the deflection. Once again, the Knights get a shot off, but send it right into the body of a Dragons defender. And that's the third or fourth time they've come out on the wrong side of a deflection. Tough break once again for the Knights. Dragons looking for their first offensive opportunity of the second half. Through ball attempt, but a last line of defense save from the Dragons. Gets us playing hot potato as it goes to one side and then right back to the other. And that is a tough, tough look for the Dragons. As that ball comes off the foot wrong, I'm sure. Leads to a throw in for the Knights. And another throw in there. This one in a much better position, though. Deep in the offensive zone. Throw in for the Knights. Almost 5 minutes into the second half. Big throw. Dragons first to get a body on it. Knights regroup. Pass off. Oh, one pass. And no shot or second pass to follow. Though there, whoo! Dragons players, coaches, and fans will steady the beating heart as they catch the cannonball on the bounce with no time to spare, as the Knights had somebody catching or coming to catch them off guard. If that ball took one bounce. Oh, through ball. It's a race, and the Dragons win it initially. Willis trying to turn the corner, but no corner to turn. Knights still on the merry-go-round. Oh, my! That looked like a surefire thing from this corner, from this angle, I should say, coming from the far side. It's a what could have been moment. What might still be, though, is it's another corner kick. Opportunity near sideline, 5 minutes into the second half. The Knights have been knocking on opportunity's door a few times already in the second 45. Good head ball, better save! Oh my goodness! And the Yankees could have used some defense like that earlier this week. That's right, I didn't forget. Through ball, finds its way through, but Meadows is there once again. And my, stop me if you've seen that today, this season, or at any time while Abby Meadows has been here at CCBC Essex. Playing that Ed Reed role, last line of defense. The free safety, so to speak. Roaming around the field, making the play. Another play to be had, or made, I should say. No one around there, and that's great communication on both sides, defenders, and of course the goalie as well, Reagan Cantner. Coming off the line, making the save with a few seconds to spare. Willis, great ball pressure, staying with it, and nothing happening there though. Man, effort gets you mighty far in life, and it almost got the Knights the first goal of the game. And the Knights switch fields, but nothing happening, as it'll be a switch of possession. Dragons still very much in the danger zone, though. They got to get this ball out of their defensive zone. They'd love an opportunity to go defense to offense with some urgency. Slide it on back there. Now you can take the throw in from that spot. It's hot potato with possession right now. Both teams kind of maybe feeling each other out here in this second half. Silly to say, I know, when the Knights have had some opportunities already, but not stacking those opportunities on top of one another just yet. Though, whoa, Nelly. That was a tough break, and Willis turned on the Jets, made it difficult, and a stolen pocket. Whoa, pickpocket. Welcome to Baltimore. One pass, one more. Willis turned and shot, and the shot never came. And the Dragons, man, did they catch the right side of the lucky train that time. Wow. And a great effort on both sides. But the luck definitely on the Dragons' side that time. No one there to finish that through ball that rolled onto the other side of the box for what seemed like an eternity. A missed opportunity for sure for the Knights. But once again, they're knocking on the door. Can they kick it down? Finally. Great effort. Oh, it's bouncing around. What a save! Oh, my goodness! Kill or be killed, and she may have taken that one point blank. Wow, what a moment. What a save. What a game. 10 minutes into the second half, and the action has not slowed down once. Another corner kick for the Knights. Good quality strike. It's bouncing. Shot. And that will count for 3 on Sunday, but nothing here today. Whew. The Dragons will steady the beating heart once again, and I've had to say that one too many times if you're a Dragons player, coach, or fan in this second half. I started the first half by saying the longer this game goes scoreless, the better it works out for the Dragons. I think that's still the case. But the way this game's going right now and the way the Knights are starting to stack offensive opportunities, you got to think the Knights maybe on the verge of breaking through with the game's first goal, but maybe is good for nothing right now. Both teams got plenty of hope. One more pass, long shot, and off the post! One more! And the defense makes the play initially. Willis, though, is wide. And oh my, the friendly neighborhood post saved the day like Spider-Man. Wow, what a game! Almost to the 30-minute mark, and what a first 15 minutes this has been here in the Lions' Den. Oh, pickpocket again. Nice defensive move at the midfield, but a better tackle from behind. Both teams flashing the defense once again. And that'll be a corner kick, far sideline. The last one was maybe the best one we've seen so far. Corner kick, far sideline. It's quality towards the middle. It's bouncing. Somebody got a head on it. And now the clear for the Dragons, maybe. This has been a tough spot for the Dragons. They clear it initially, but the Knights get it right back. And the Knights continuing to apply the pressure. And finally, the whistle. Everybody on the edge of their seat right now, waiting for that other shoe to drop, waiting for that moment to come. We've seen more than a few potential moments. But ask all your single friends what potential's good for. Not much. It's all about the action on the field. It's all about what you put forward, what you put on tape, so to speak, coaches will say. The action on the tape right now, whew. Both teams came to play. Both teams brought a lot of rocks to throw at one another because this has been a defensive fight. Both teams' defenses stepping up and making plays, but the difference in the plays being the plays that the Knights defense is making are at the midfield, or it's ball pressure being applied by the forwards. The defensive plays that the Dragons are making, it's last line of defense stuff. If they don't make that last play, then it's a goal. How much longer can the Dragons keep that up? Only time will tell. You're going to have to stick around with me and find out. We are 30 minutes away from hitting triple zeros. We are 30 minutes away from the clock hitting the end of regulation. Will we have a goal in that time, or are we going to have some free soccer? A lot of time left here in this one, but questions that are starting to pop into everyone's mind. It's my job here to bring it up. Corner kick once again, I believe the third of the second half. This one coming from the near sideline. Corner kick, hands up, ball follows. Not as good as the last, and the Knights once again find themselves on the wrong side of the deflection. As that worm burner never got back in towards the box. Instead, it's a clear from the Dragons. Dragons will slow it down here. Can hardly blame them. Kind of silly to think about it this way when it's still 0-0 and the Dragons are still very much alive and in this game. The way this second half is going, though, you got to think this is starting to turn into a nightmare second half for the Dragons. It's just opportunity after opportunity here for this Knights offense, but I guess at the end of the day, what does that really matter when we're still scoreless? Both of these teams, once again, still just one goal away. Knights, though, got to feel like they're a little bit closer to that one goal. It's a race towards the ball, and the Dragons win it. Great effort, but all for none. Ball cleared out. The Dragons' offense right now, you can't even say it's not there because they're not even getting a chance to show anything off. They're dying right at the midfield. Willis looking to turn the corner, nothing had there, and it's going to be, oh, no corner this time, goal kick. Tough to see from that far angle. What really matters right now after this restart is, can the Dragons figure out a way to play with some possession? Even if it's just keeping the ball in towards the midfield, if they could put together a nice 1, maybe 2-minute run where they connect a few passes, maybe just get an opportunity or a look at a through ball. I mean, it's really non-existent right now in this first almost 20 minutes of the second half. The defensive effort for the Dragons certainly there like it was in the first half, but we saw some offensive opportunities in the first half for the Dragons that we just haven't seen so far yet in this second 45. Still a lot of time left to be played, though, and that could change at any moment. Dragons could find the right rhythm. Oh, my. There's a good through ball over everybody's head. Trying to turn the corner. Around one, the cross, and no one there to crash in towards the net. The Knights needed that to take a friendly bounce, and it did not. Great effort, though. I think that was Wysong. Allison Wysong with the effort. I didn't even think the cross was going to come. The Dragons defense kind of had the angle. A nice move to get around one. Whew, what a tackle. Knights so quick to go defense to offense. The Knights quickly went defense to offense, but the Dragons quickly sent it away, gave themselves a chance to regroup. Staubitz. Oh, another move toward the goal, towards Willis. Oh, and it's cleared out at the last second. And I think Staubitz may have been better off trying to shoot that with the left foot instead of laying it up towards Willis. Easy for me to say, though. 9 times out of 10, you love to see that unselfish play there. But Staubitz with 2 great moves to get around. Maybe just not as comfortable with the left foot. That right there is a moment, though, if the Knights can't pull out the win, they'll be thinking about later today. That was a great opportunity. Slipped through their fingers. Keeping this game scoreless, a little bit longer. Through ball, offsides. Coach King not happy with that call. That was as close as it gets for an offsides call, but she certainly was offsides by just a yard. Those football markers on the field don't ever really help you when it comes to offsides. I feel like it makes it that much more obvious at this level. Tough moment, tough break. Good job of using the body as a shield. Reagan sees maybe her second or third action or moment of this second half. It's been a really quiet second half for the defense for the Knights. As I said a few times here in the second 45, the offense has really never even gotten a chance to get into the offensive zone for the Dragons. The effort has really been dying at the midfield more times than not. Must have started over the head. Reagan would like us all to forget about that one. Tough punt there, but doesn't really bother them, as the Knights are able to regroup and get that ball into their offensive zone. They'll try and find a seat on the merry-go-round. Big throw by Grace. Wysong trying to get around that defender. Can't, so she dumps it off. Now Grace will look for the pass. Oh, what a pass, but a better catch. And that is a tough catch. As you see the spin there, spinning towards the middle of the field or the middle of the box. That's a great head ball opportunity. He had two white jerseys over there, but the cannonball caught cleanly on the first go-round. Man, oh man. Man, oh man. Oh, take the wrong angle, but a great recovery defensively. Sage Huber, I believe it was, had that ball get behind her for a moment, but got on the high horse, cut off the angle. And a substitution checking into the game here for the Dragons, as we are a minute and some change away from hitting the 20-minute mark of this second half, which means we have almost played a full 25 minutes. And we are still scoreless. Now, please, all of you at home, tell me how you totally saw this coming. Through ball. Oh, and a right idea to try and set up the give and go. Second pass never came. Willis with a great move. Around one. The shot and the wrong side of the deflection again. Willis, what a move to create the initial space. But the Dragons defense, right time, right place once again. Wow, what an effort on both sides. And man, I really hope you called Grandma at halftime. She better be watching this. Don't make her watch that. Don't make her watch the highlights. Grandma's got YouTube. Let her watch it live with the fans here at the Lions Den, because we have got an instant classic here in game number 2. Whoo! And the Knights, players, coaches, and fans will steady the beating heart. The Dragons had to wait a while in the second half, but they finally got their first good look. Maybe their second right here. Corner kick, far sideline. Hands up. ball follows. It's a good strike towards the middle. It takes a bounce. One more, and it's wide of the net. Oh, my. And I think it's safe to say that the Dragons' offense has come alive here in this second half. For how long will they stay awake, though? They've got to keep the pressure on the Knights. That could be a momentum-stealing play for the Dragons. Only time will tell if it is. Round one, pass up the sideline, and Meadows is there with the tackle at the last second. Dragons again, knocking on the door. Now the pass in towards the middle, one more, and that is a missed touch. That'll count for 3 later today. Nothing right now. I think old Tommy Brady's on Thursday Night Football tonight. Him and the Bucks could use 3 points like that. We got 2 teams, though, on the field right now who could use just 1 point, just 1 goal. Both these teams just 1 goal away once again. It's been like that since the word go, as this has been a doozy from the start. What a game in the 1-4 matchup. Wysong, the move, the shot, and it's wide of the net. Space to be had over there, but another missed opportunity. You start missing opportunities like that at this stage of the game, it becomes that much more bitter. It never tastes good to miss an opportunity like that, but with just over 15 minutes, you never know how many more chances like that you're going to get. Particularly with the Dragons' offense starting to come alive. Dragons defense got a foot on it as that through ball was headed up the sideline towards a Knights player. Willis will take a break, a much-deserved break, I'm sure. Then again, I'd like you to point me to the player out there who doesn't deserve a break. Everyone out there putting it all on the line. Everyone understanding what kind of moment this is, what kind of game this is. Seasons and careers could end at the end of this game. Wysong with a throw towards space. Knights looking for the cross, and they won't find it there, but it'll be another corner. Corner kick near sideline. Ooh, Nelly. Every moment gets bigger and bigger. Corner kick. Got a foot on it. Oh, my, was that closer than I initially expected. What an effort. .50-50 ball after the goal kick. Each team's had a chance at it. It's still bouncing around. Dragons looking to put the big boot to it. It's a race, and Meadows rarely loses those. And the physical play continues. You love to see it on both sides. Ref letting it go. Play on, and they will. Round one
Big shot. Oh, and the catch. Great effort from there. I think the goalie for the Dragons read the scouting report and was expecting a shot from that kind of distance. Looking to turn, cross. Oh, it's just over the head. Wow. Missed it by half an inch. Knights looking to get right back on the merry-go-round. They pass it amongst the defense for a moment and then push it right back in towards the middle. Offsides, and he was right there in front. I won't argue with him on that one. I didn't see. I just saw the pass, and then I saw the white jersey come around and the flag as soon as I saw the white jersey. Usually not a good sign. That flag, never a good sign if you're a player, coach, or fan of one of these two teams out on the field. How many times have we seen that offsides flag come back and hurt one of these two teams in a big spot where you're thinking, oh, this is an opportunity, this is it. Oh, it's not. Under 15 minutes to play. Dragons looking to go defense to offense, finding space on the initial pass, and then on the through ball, Meadows looking to cut off the angle, and she does just that. What an effort from number 13. Offsides. Not by much, but indeed definitely offsides. That was a good job of moving as a defensive line, using that offsides call as an extra defender. Meadows kind of got that ball up, and then the defense quickly moved. Caught him napping just for a second. Every little moment in this game counts. Every little break in a game like this counts. Al Pacino, any given Sunday, all the inches we need are around us. All the breaks we need are in the game. It's the 6 inches in front of your face. Now, I can't do it for you. You're going to have to do it yourself. Which one of these two teams will do it? Which one of these two teams will look to the player to their right and realize that they got somebody next to them that's willing to lay it all down on the line? Who is going to go that extra mile? Who's going to go that extra inch? We got two teams that are willing to go all the way to the end, but what will the score be when we reach that end? We're 10 minutes and some change away from finding out. We've almost played a full second 45, and we are still scoreless here in the Lions' Den. The upset, chances, hopes, dreams for this Dragons team very much still alive. Another throw in for the Knights, far sideline. Now some movement away from the ball. Big throw, takes a good bounce, and it'll be a corner kick for the Knights. Far sideline. Corner kick, far sideline. Still scoreless for how much longer? Oh my, it's bouncing around and no one knew where it was for a second. Oh my goodness. Now the Dragons going defense to offense with some urgency. They've got space, but they don't have possession anymore. It's going the other way. Oh my, what a game. Throw in, far sideline. No control to be had there for the Knights, as now we're playing hot potato. Oh, they lose it at the midfield. That could be a costly turnover. Dragons, far sideline, looking for the through ball and not finding it there. Abby Meadows, right time, right place. And the defense for the Knights stepping up and making the play once again. Willis had space on the far sideline, but the pass just a tad behind. And I think that was Halplin. Coming off the line, sending it away for a moment. Dragons looking for the cross, not finding it. Again, the Knights defense, right time, right place. Dragons again towards the middle, and that is the big clear that the Dragons needed, and maybe the lucky bounce that the Knights needed. Here they go. And they're stopped there for a moment. My, oh my, that was a big turn of events. For a second, it looked like the Knights just got the clear that they needed. Instead, they almost found the through ball they needed too. Oh, and that one is way too much mustard. Right idea, though. This could be something developing for the Knights. We have not seen the Dragons push up like this defensively. That's offsides. So maybe something developing, a little change here offensively for the Knights, as the Dragons have been caught now 3 times being maybe a little bit too aggressive, pushing up the field and almost giving up the through ball that time, though they got the offsides call to go their way. I mean, we are just 1 goal away. Just a little over 5 minutes, and you got to think that 1 goal, whoever finds it, it's going to be the dagger. Possession arrow goes towards the Knights. Substitutions come into the game. Fresh legs, so pivotal at this point of the game and season. Mackenzie Hunt, the stiff arm, get around one player, and Willis was supposed to be the target of that through ball. Not the best of efforts, though, as Willis had 2 black jerseys right on her backside the entire time. Ball played over the head. Willis saves it. Trying to get around that defender and can't. Great recovery defensively initially. And we have hit the 5-minute mark of the second half, and the Knights are looking at a good opportunity. And that is a whistle in a huge spot. Wow. Knights got a couple of players they can look to go to here. This could be the best moment that the Knights get. No corner kick, excuse me. Instead, it's a free kick right outside of the box. It's a glorified corner almost. It's still coming from that side, but on the field a little bit closer. A 3-person wall set up. Crashing in towards the middle. Here it is. It's over everybody's head and a missed opportunity. And I think that started on the mistouch there. I bet that they wanted to play that in towards the middle. Instead, it was hugging the sideline a little bit. What could have been moment for the Knights. Willis looking, trying to split the defense. Oh, great effort applied on the ball, and what an effort to get around in the clear. You tell me this game doesn't matter. The effort on display on both sides here. Under 5 minutes to play now. Mistouch on both sides. And it'll stay here. Danny making the run from the backside, and a good idea. Just missed out on the execution. Tried to catch him napping there. Number 15. Danielle Lasan making a run from the backside, or from the defensive side of the field, I should say.
Let's go, Ken!
All or nothing. Marbles are on the table. Willis turn, shot, and it's deflected, but it'll be another corner kick. And that is another time where we've seen Willis make the move initially to get towards the goal, but only end up having the ball played just a little bit too far out in front. Hands up, and what a catch, what a save. The goalie fighting with Willis for that ball. Both of them have a right to it. And the goalie said, nay, nay, it ends right here. 180 seconds left in regulation. 3 minutes. That is all that separates these two teams from potential free soccer. Knights looking to find the goal. Willis trying to apply the pressure, make it difficult. Dragons clear it out initially.
You're by yourself, Bailey, by yourself.
Ball played in towards the middle, and it takes another unlucky Dragons bounce.
Let's go, Ken!
Now 120 seconds left. Willis, the shot, off the goalie, and saved on the second go-round. Great effort to come in on the crash, but half a second too late. Wow. And a handball goes against the Knights. The Dragons haven't got anything going their way in this second half. That could be the only break they need. 90 seconds left. Free kick 15 yards into the offensive zone. The Dragons. Opportunity is knocking on their door. Can they answer? Big kick in towards the middle. It takes a good bounce. Oh my! Anybody's ball! And it'll be a goal kick. Oh my, you had two Knights players and then one Dragons player, and a whole lot of excitement, and even more people in the fans on the edge of their seat wondering what's going to happen. Wow, what a game, what a night. And it's only the beginning of the weekend soccer extravaganza here at the Lions Den. 30 seconds left in regulation. Willis turns the corner. Here it is. And what a recovery defensively from the Dragons. Slowing them down but not stopping them. The Knights, one pass, two pass, a step over, And what a play defensively for the Dragons. That may be all she wrote.
There's a player down, ref.
And we are going to see the clock hit triple zeros with the score still tied at 0-0. Stick around, folks. The two most exciting words in all of soccer. Golden goal.
I think they'll do 2 10-minute halves if no one scores and they'll go to penalty kicks. You need it for the live update. I'm almost positive it's 10 minutes.
Let's go, Ken.
Someone shoots a game winner and it's over?
So to break down the rules of overtime for all of you at home, we will play 2 10-minute halves. That is, of course, if nobody scores in one of those 2 10-minute halves. The rule from here on out is we play under golden goal rules. Next goal wins. And if there is no goal in the next 20 minutes, then we will see some penalty kicks. And I think I speak for everybody here when I say I don't want to see it go to penalty kicks. Somebody finish it right here, right now. Oh, my. A fight for the ball. Both players going for the head ball there. That's a dangerous play for both players involved. Oh, there's a nice move. Defense to offense with some urgency. It may just take one, and that ball plays off of a Knights player, and then the shot is caught cleanly. That was a what could have been moment. If that through ball finds its way through instead of being deflected off the back leg, whew, what could have been though. Maybe isn't good for much, particularly in these clutch moments like this. This is winning time. Oh, in towards the middle, shot, and it's just wide of the net. And I think that may have been a moment of the moment being just a little bit too much. You get that bouncing ball and you just quickly go for the kick, not realizing that maybe you've got a second or two, control that, play it, put it in towards goal, but you got to be aggressive in that moment. It's another one of those things. How many times have we seen that today? It's so easy for me to say, oh, you got to take your time. Scoreless game, you got to be aggressive. That's what you got to be. The Knights continuing to play aggressive, but just coming up on the wrong side there once again. And that throw-in goes over everybody's head. Knights will still hold on to it, but Dragons have another chance to regroup, get into a better position defensively. Oh, good head ball in towards space. Running in towards it. What a save! What a shot! Better save! Oh, my goodness. What a moment. Everybody brought their A game to the Lions' Den today. 3 minutes into overtime period number 1, and the Knights have had some chances, but we are still scoreless. Dragons switching fields, now looking for another pass, and not finding it there. Defense for the Knights, trying to set up the offense with a nice transition moment. And there it is, the race. And it's won by the Dragons initially. It'll be a free kick for the Dragons. Deep in their defensive zone, so not where they want to be, but they'll take possession anytime they can get it.
Great job, Becca. Come on, Kenzie. There you go. Good, Ken.
And we'll move further up the sideline with another throw in for the Knights. Far sideline. Ball played off the head. Dragons defender, they're looking for a chance to clear it, but playing with it in a dangerous zone. The Knights send it right back. Dragons, again looking for the clear, and man, oh man. This first overtime period is not going the way of the Dragons right now. One touch. Couple more passes needed. No space there. Now here comes the big one. Ball in towards the middle. And there it is! The Knights break through! And is offsides. There's a whistle. It's no good. It's either I don't know if it's offsides or if it's a whistle against the Dragons, but that goal did not count.
They just scored though.
Listen out, they took Kenzie down. It should be a free kick right there.
That's a penalty.
It's on the yellow line.
No, it should be a free kick right there. They took Kenzie down right there.
I said offsides initially just because I saw the sideline judge on the far sideline, but now, of course, we're seeing the action right here.
Oh no, it's not. It's top of the box.
Free kick right outside of the box. 0-0 game here in overtime. The Knights looking for the game winner. This could be the best shot of the game. Shot. Goal! And the Knights are going to the finals! What a game! What a moment! What a season! And it'll continue a little longer. Wow! What a game! And the final score here in this one is 1-0 Knights. It's a nail-biter here in game number 2. And aren't you glad you stuck around with us to catch the whole thing? Aren't you glad you called Grandma so she could watch it live? No losers in this one. There's winners. And, well, I guess there is one loser, but they should be holding their heads up high because it was a tremendous fight between these two teams. The Knights have punched their ticket to Championship Saturday, and they will take on the number 4 ranked College of Southern Maryland Hawks in game number 1 on Saturday. I hope you can join us then, but I also hope you can join us tomorrow for the 2 men's games tomorrow, starting at 3 o'clock, live here from the Lions Den. Until then, I'm Aaron Thomas, wishing you, well, a good night, a good afternoon, and a good evening. I'll see you next time.